This is a short video presentation regarding the use of hardware and software in digital graphics. It aims to meet the criteria of Unit 30 Task 1. Software could be defined as a collection of programs, in this case relating to digital graphics. This means the software will have the ability to create and edit digital graphics. Some examples of software for enhancing digital graphics include Photoshop, iPhoto, and Paint. Photoshop is clearly an obvious choice of software for editing digital graphics. This is because it allows a variety of editing features such as quick image corrections, i.e. correcting lens distortions and controlling the colour and tone of images. However, it can be very expensive, with Adobe Elements costing around £400. Paint is a good piece of software for editing digital graphics. It can also be a good place to start for people that are new to graphics. This is because it is simple and uncomplicated to use, and also free, so people could try it before spending money on software such as Photoshop. iPhoto. Again, it is useful to use if you're new to digital graphics. However, while it is simple to use, it does contain features that allow the user to edit graphics more than Paint does. It comes as standard with Apple products. Hardware refers to components that will be needed in digital graphics. This includes the graphics card, processor, and a digital camera. The graphics card is an important component of computer graphics because without it, images would be displayed of a poor quality. Graphics cards are needed to produce a display at a resolution and color depth that meets the needs of the user. The processor carries out all the basic functions of the computer. As a result of this, without it, digital graphics wouldn't be able to function. Therefore, for a frequent user of digital graphics, a high-quality processor is needed, such as the Intel Core i7. This is because it will enable the computer to load large image files that need to be edited. The digital camera allows the user to edit photographs they have taken themselves. The quality of the camera, i.e. the megapixels and the optical zoom, are very important depending on the needs of the user. For example, someone who regularly takes photos for editing will need a camera of higher quality. Different file formats are used by different pieces of software and have different purposes. Some examples of file formats are JPG, GIF, PNG, TIFF, and BMP. The table explains some different file formats. GIF is a bitmap image file and can support up to 8 bits per pixel. This means that it can only support around 250 colours and therefore is more suited to scanned illustrations rather than colour photographs. JPG is a lossy compression file. This means that when the file is reduced to a smaller size, some detail is lost. TIFF is a file format that is used to store bitmap image files. It can support images that are black and white, grayscale, or colour. Some more file formats include PNG. This is similar to a JPG file. However, when the files are reduced to a smaller size, there is no loss in image quality or detail. This is known as lossless compression. Finally, BMP. This is a standard bitmapped image format and is commonly used in the Windows environment. Graphics can generally be categorized into two types of file. These are vector and bitmap. Vector graphics use a series of geometrical shapes to represent images. This means that images can be easily resized and stretched. Therefore, because of this, the use of geometrical shapes, the graphics are of higher quality and resolution. Bitmap graphics use a pattern of dots to form images. The density of dots, known as the resolution, determines the quality of the image presented. The image here shows how vector graphics and bitmap graphics can vary greatly, and that generally vector graphics produce better images. The hardware I will be comparing the limitations of is a digital camera. I have compared the Canon EOS 600D to the Vivitar V74. The Canon is a very good camera for digital graphics, however it still does have some limitations. Firstly, the cost. To buy, it is over £400, and also without a memory card it can only hold 2 to 3 images. Whereas the Vivitar has more limitations, such as it only has a 7 megapixel and 2 times optical zoom. This means that it is not really suitable camera for use with digital graphics. For limitations of software, I have compared Adobe Photoshop to Microsoft Paint. The abilities of Photoshop can also be its limitations. This is because it has a wide range of editing features and it may be too complex for some users, whereas Paint is a good start point for understanding digital graphics, but is too basic and not much actual editing can take place. To conclude, here are my references.